Whenever I speak in church, it's pretty typical of me to be giving a message about preaching the gospel. This is just one of my favorite things to talk about. I think it's the marching orders that Jesus gave the church to do from the time he left to the time he'll return. And I really want to be part of a church that's found doing that when he comes back. And I think it facilitates a lot of different kinds of messages. How do we preach the gospel? Who do we preach it to? How do we do it effectively? And what is the gospel? What does that even mean? However, within this broader topic, there is a question that keeps coming up in my mind, and I think in the minds of others, and that is, how do we preach the gospel when everybody generally knows about Christianity? Sure, it's easy in the first century to say, preach the gospel, proclaim it to all creatures, and teach them to obey all things I've commanded you, make disciples of all the nations. All the nations had no clue who Jesus was at that time, so it's really easy to go out and share something new with them. Now, pretty much everybody has heard of Christianity. Sure, there's some tribes and people out in remote areas that have never heard of him, and I think they need preached to as well. But how in our communities, in our countries that have heard of Christianity and are even largely Christian themselves, do we preach the gospel? That's what we cover on this week's episode. How are we supposed to preach the gospel in a time when everybody generally knows about Christianity? And I think the answer is very surprising, but also kind of simple.